Hi everyone, my name is Jack DiGiovanna, and today I'm going to demo the cohort browser that we built with the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. We've actually partnered with PanCan since 2018, supporting their needs and building a platform together with them, which they have dubbed Spark, which is a really awesome logo here. And what it does is a number of things. It's bringing together, leveraging both the area technology and the Seven Bridges platform. It allows them to ingest and model two of their proprietary data sets, Know Your Tumor and Precision Promise. Really interesting clinical trial data. Precision Promise is an adaptive clinical trial, including clinical, molecular, imaging, actography, a number of different things. They had specific requirements for the visual look and feel, and the early users of the Spark platform are really going to be focused on a GUI-based navigation. So that was the thing that we focused on here. And also some of the capabilities that I'm going to show here are aligned to the business model and development as they have it. So we're going to switch over to a live demo here. This is the Seven Bridges platform. This is my general page with all my random demos that I have. What PanCan did is they created a division for us, and you could do this also for Penn State University, for ETH Zurich, for Harvard University, whatever you like, as a unit of organization. So I'm going to open up this demo project. So a project is really the base unit of organization on the Seven Bridges platform. And here I've added some markdown, adding in the nice logo, what is the computational services that are available. Everything that we're going to show here is by GUI, and that's definitely the case for the cohort exploration, but everything that we'll do afterwards on the platform is available by API and various other things. So the first thing to look at here is what PanCan datasets are available. And as I mentioned, there's both Know Your Tumor and Precision Promise, but as a first level of functionality, my access is restricted at a dataset level. As they get into Precision Promise, you would be able to also control access at an ARM level, potentially, or at a time level, depending on what you are trying to do. And here we really focused on making it easy navigation and intuitive for discovery. So I'm going to create a query here. This isn't necessarily the most interesting scientific query, but I hope it shows the expanse of what we can do. For this data, the clinical data model is shown here on the clinical tab, and molecular is shown here. We can start to build a query to get an idea of how it works. So we'll take females. We will also take the cancer description, a little search as you would expect, cancer description, and we want to focus on pancreatic cancer, add that in. And then start looking on the molecular side where we want to look for SNPs. I think that's under variant type. I can here look and quickly visualize what does variant type have. And exactly, it's got SNPs or CNVs or rearrangements. So that's precisely what we want there. And we can also add in on the molecular side. Let's look for missense mutations. So we'll go for mutation effect. There's lots of them. I can filter this down to missense and pick a bunch. Now that we made this query, these are all implicitly ands together. If we wanted to do something else, if we wanted to use ORs, for example, we can make another group, do ORs or excludes, and construct this as is needed to make the query that we want. It's more than we need for the sake of this demo, so I'm just going to run the query. It's looking through the Know Your Tumor data set, and it's going to come back with there's 91 cases that are female and have SNPs. So these plots aren't particularly revealing. It's showing 100% being female, but again, that's what we restricted the query to be. We can further explore these 91 cases to understand these better by adding additional graphical visualization. So we could look at race, for example. We could look at on the clinical side, tumor type. And we can also bring in things from the molecular side. So let's say we wanted to know the tissue source. So now we have a way to explore this cohort of 91 individuals more. And they're mostly white. It's mostly primary tumors. Most of the tissue is coming from FFPE. Now there's other things that maybe can't be recognized as easily in a bar plot. So if we wanted to know the medication names, it wouldn't come up because there's just many of these. So then in that case, we can go over to the tabular view and take the same approach as we were doing with adding more displays. but now I want to get to that medication because that's important for the analysis that I want to do. And you see here, it was very fast, but it added a column to that cohort. This may be right here at the end of your journey. Right? So you want to take this and export this table as a CSV for the about 10 columns that are shown here, and maybe that's something that you're going to feed into a survival analysis or into a GWAS. Or you want to actually get all of the data. For these 91 cases, you actually want to get all of the available clinical and molecular data that's available for the two. You could do either one and start that export and bring that over to the platform and have that information. So it's starting to export those results right now. You may want to go further though, and you may want to analyze some of the files that are associated with that. And to do that, you would view the files in a repository. Here again, you still have these 91 cases, so this is the same cohort that you identified before, but now you have some faceted search here over on the left where you could start to say, do I really want all 1,400 of these files, or do I just want to deal with BAM files and their indices, and I'm interested in transcriptomics, and I'm only interested in tumor data. And now you've really limited this down to 114 files, and you could bring those into a project as well for further analysis. You can add tags and do the export. Now it's starting to copy those files over to the Demo Today project. And importantly, when I say copy, it's actually just making a pointer to the data. It's not making a copy, but it first made sure that I was authorized to access that data. It picked the cohort that I was interested in and it moved them over. So now